Dear students, today we are going to learn about very important component of the ecosystem, that is food chain, food web and ecological pyramids. In previous videos you have learned about the structure of ecosystem. Each ecosystem is having energy flow. This energy flow in any ecosystem take place in a sequence, that is in a food chain. It passes on from producers to herbivores, herbivores to carnivores, and then to top carnivores. It means this sequence occurs in the form of a food chain. So food chain is very important component of the ecosystem. So what is a food chain? It is a series of living organisms in which smaller one is eaten up by the larger one and larger one is eaten up by the still larger to get the food in any ecosystem. Or it is a sequence of populations or the living organisms of any ecosystem through which food and its contained energy passes on by eating and being eaten, with each member becoming the food of the later member in a particular sequence. So as you can see in the food chain, food grains are eaten up by rat, rat is taken up by cat, cat is eaten up by dog, dog is eaten up by the wolf. So this sequence of living organisms or series of living organisms starting from the producers, in which smaller one is eaten by larger and larger one is eaten by still larger, is known as ecos food chain. Food chains are of different types. They are terrestrial food chains, aquatic food chains, detritus food chains, or it can be other decomposer food chain. So let us discuss them one by one. Terrestrial food chains, from the name itself it is clear that food chains which occur on the land or which are present on the surface of the land are known as terrestrial food chains or land food chains. For example, grass, it is present on the land, it is eaten up by grasshopper, grasshopper is taken up as food by the frog, frog is eaten up by the snake and snake by the peacock. Similarly, grass can also be eaten up by the rabbit, rabbit can be eaten by the fox, fox by the wolf and wolf by the tiger. Number two, aquatic food chains. The food chains which are present in the aquatic bodies like pond, lake, river, etc. are known as aquatic food chains. For example, we all of you know green algae is present in the pond. This green algae is eaten up by the insects. Insects are eaten by small fish. Small fish is eaten up by large fish. So green algae can also be taken by insects. Insects can be eaten up by the frog and frog by the snakes. So these are the examples of aquatic food chains. Number three, detritus food chain. It begins with dead organic matter or the detritus. So dead organic matter or the detritus is taken up by the decomposers or detrivores. So dead organic matter can be taken up by the earthworm as food. Earthworm is eaten up by the peacock. Similarly, earthworm can also be taken up by the frog. So these kinds of food chains are known as detritus food chain. Then fourth one is parasitic food chain. It is a food chain which involves parasite as one of the trophic level. For example, sheep, it is having liver fluke. Liver fluke can enter into the body of the man as a when it is acting as a host over there. So it means liver fluke is present as a parasite in the body of the man. So that is called parasitic food chains. Now the interesting thing is why we are studying all these food chains, so that we can make the ecological balance. We should complete members of all the food chains for the stability of the ecosystem. So for that, any food chain is having certain characteristic features. What are the characteristic features of the food chain or characteristics of the food chain? It should be always unidirectional in nature. Means energy flow in one direction. Food chain is always unidirectional in nature. It cannot have maximum more than 6 trophic levels. So any food chain can have maximum 6 trophic levels, means 6 steps of the food chain, as energy left at the sixth step is too small that it cannot be transferred further. So this energy flow in any food chain take place according to the 10% law. It means only 10% of the energy get transferred from the first trophic level to the next trophic level according to the 10% law. So all these food chains, they exist in the form of a network. Any food chain cannot exist in isolation. So this leads to the formation of a food web. So what is a food web? Network of the different food chains existing in any ecosystem linked together to form a food web. So the food web or the food chains remain interconnected with each other through the different types of organisms at different trophic levels or the steps as under the natural conditions, as you can see in the figure or the diagram, that they are interlinked together. And this network of the food chain is known as food web. This is the reason we want to study about the food chain, so that we can complete the network, and man is one of the member of the food chain or part of the network. So man should not eat everything. It should allow the other food chains also to be in the stable form. I hope so. Now it is clear to all that what is a food chain, what is a food web. Both are very, very important constituents of the ecosystem. Now we are going to learn about the ecological pyramids. What is an ecological pyramid? It is a graphical representation of various members of a food chain in terms of numbers, biomass, and energy. So ecological pyramids, they help to determine the stability of the pyramid or nature of the ecosystem. So ecological pyramids are graphical representation of various members of the food chain in terms of numbers, biomass, and energy. They are basically of three types: pyramid of numbers, pyramid of biomass, and pyramid of energy. So pyramid, let us do one by one. Pyramid of numbers, the graphical representation of various members of a food chain in any ecosystem in terms of numbers only is known as pyramid of numbers. For example, we are having a food chain: grasses, that is producers, which are eaten by herbivores, that is rabbit. Rabbit is eaten by the primary carnivore, that is fox, which is further eaten up by the secondary carnivore, that is tiger. So if 1000 grasses are present, they can be taken up as a food by the 100 rabbits, which can be further food of 10 foxes, or 10 foxes can act as food for one tiger. If we arrange these numbers in a graphical manner, so grasses are having the maximum number, they will come at the base, rabbits above, and at the top we are having tiger. So this arrangement or graphical representation of the various members of the food chain in terms of number is called pyramid of numbers. Similarly, we are having pyramid of biomass. So what is pyramid of biomass? The graphical representation of various members of a food chain in terms of biomass is called pyramid of biomass. So we can see in the food chain, if 1000 grasses are having 1000 kg weight, if they are eaten up by the 100 rabbits, only 100 kg of the biomass will be formed in the form of protoplasm. If 100 kg of the rabbit meat is taken up by the 10 foxes, it only 10 kg of protoplasm will be formed in the fox. Similarly, it will reach up to the tiger in 1 kg, and this biomass, if represented graphically, it will lead to the formation of pyramid of biomass. Then third is pyramid of energy. So the graphical representation of various members of the food chain in terms of energy is called pyramid of energy. Then grass, if it is having 1000 kilocalorie, according to 10% law, only 10% of energy will be transferred to the rabbits, that is 100 kilocalories only. From the rabbits, only 10 kilocalorie of the energy will be transferred to the foxes, that is 10% of 100. And ultimately, it will reach to the tiger only 1 kilocalorie. So this transfer of energy from one trophic level to the another trophic level take place according to the 10% of law, and this graphical representation is known as pyramid of energy. The energy pyramids gives the best picture of overall nature of an ecosystem. It is more accurate than the pyramid of biomass or the pyramid of numbers. It is always upright in shape as there is gradual decrease in the energy at the successive trophic levels, that is from the producer level to the top carnivores. In this way, we can conclude that ecological pyramids, they help to determine the nature of the food chains. They help us to introduce the producer level or the herbivore level, because ecological pyramid can be spindle shape, it can be upright, it can be inverted. Accordingly, we can introduce the different trophic levels into any food chain or in any ecosystem from the data of the ecological pyramids. I hope so. All the students, they must have learned now in a systematic manner food chain, food web, and ecological pyramids. Food chain is sequence of living organisms in which smaller one is eaten up by the larger one, and larger one is eaten up by still larger in any ecosystem. Network of the different food chains is known as food web, and ecological pyramids helps to determine the nature of the various trophic levels in any ecosystem. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope so. You must have liked the video. Kindly share with your friends. Thank you.